Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz News and Entertainment with a Buzz. First thing that is popping in the news, it is called What the F-U-C-K. How did this man actually run into other vehicles, flip over a female vehicle, cause damage to several vehicles? When he had a clear path, clearly he was not focused, clearly he was distracted, clearly he was not paying attention. Henceforth, the result that we see. Should not be surprised, this is Jamaica. It seems as if anything goes. Based on the information, it is said that this accident took place on Hope Road at the guardsman top side of the commissioner's office. So right in front of the police commissioner's office. Should not be surprised, Jamaica. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on a video that has been making its round on social media, actually on TVJ News, an interview that they did with a 9-year-old youth, grade 3 student. That said, his mother is bleaching him because he claims that she says that he is too black. So people, I am going to let you hear voice notes, won't show the video, won't show the face of this little youth. Hear what he had to say that his mother did and the problems that he is having and what is going on in the school. And then I am going to let you listen to what a dermatologist, a doctor of dermatology said as it pertains to the negative effect of bleaching on children and most persons, especially children, whose immune system is not properly developed as yet. So people, take a listen, take a look.
I don't think that adults should make them children bleach. I tell my mother, said I did not want it anymore, but she said it took a bit to block them come off. I'm tell my granny insist. When I touched my face was kind of smooth. She said the reason why she do it because I was getting too black. And she never liked it that I was getting too black, so she put it on me and I started turning white. And you carried me and the class outside to look about the shapes. Radhika told me that when I come out in the sun, my face was shining, but she said, when I go in the class, it stopped. And it is.
And when?
In the morning when I come into school, it let me feel like my face I get too smooth, and then when I put my hand on my face last time, my face is I get kind of rough and tough.
During the developmental phases, their skin is thinner. And of course, if they start younger, they will have a longer duration of exposure to these compounds. Now, the popular agents used in bleaching are hydroquinone, steroids, mercury compounds, and different acids. Now, all of them will have negative impacts on the skin. The skin looks very aged. So by the time they are teenagers, they look like they're in their 40s. And thin skin is not healthy skin because it limits the way the skin can heal. Now, as a cosmetic surgeon, I can tell you forehand, when we're doing a surgery on somebody who was significantly thin with their skin because of the steroids, it limits their ability to heal. Now, God forbid that child has some trauma in his years growing up as a teenager and requires surgery or even less. It compromises them in that way.
Now, people, we've seen all the videos circulating all over social media for years. And we've heard all of the excuses, all the ignorant excuses that everybody use to say that them want to look brighter, them want to look white, them want to look prettier. So what this speaks, it speaks volume about the self-hate, lack of confidence, insecurity in most person that feel as if them come from the garrison and them bleach, them are going to look uptownish, them are going to look refined, they are going to look like they belong in a society. So it seems as if these persons are seeking for acceptance, don't really know why. So bad enough we see the adults them making those serious, foolish decisions. But when it comes to a mother making the decision for a child, this is a form of ABUSE, meaning mentally, meaning culturally. meaning everywhere, because this child is not making a decision for his own. This child's health is at risk. This child faces a lot of medical issues based on the choices that his mother made. You heard what the doctor said. The doctor said whenever you're at an age like that youth, 9-year-old, and you start for rub on bleaching cream on a regular basis, it damages your skin, it damages your physical appearance, it damages everything. Should in case you have to do some sort of surgery, the skin, the epidermis, technical terms, they are not in good order for recovery. Some people make a choice and they choose beauty or what they think or seems as beauty over common sense, over health. Bad enough when they make that decision for themselves, even worse when they make it for their child or children. Point blank and period.
Again, I want to use this platform. I don't like to say I'm warning. I'm giving advice to those who the advice applies to. Don't bother with it. We will find the guns and we will find you. I've always said it. Before, our capacity was here and the problem was here. Our capacity is now here and we're going to drive the problem all the way down.
So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that your Prime Minister Andrew Holness is elated. He is in celebratory mode, and this is based on the effects or the result that the JCF have been getting with a vast reduction in murder in many, many places, many of the parishes in Jamaica, including Kingston, including St. James. So he is warning the criminal elements, listen, don't bother with it. Find a different 9 to 5, find a different way to make a living, or you, more than likely, is not going to be living. But the Prime Minister was not finished right there. He had something else to say at a conference that he had at a JLP convention. I want you to take a look at exactly what Dr. Andrew Holness has to say as it pertains to crime and criminals, and then I'll give my piece.
Find something else to do. If you were in it, figure out an exit plan. Transition out of it. Put on them things there. Bury the gun. Or better yet, turn it in. And I say this seriously because some people take it for joke. The security apparatus of the country today is far more sophisticated than it has ever been in the history of Jamaica. The capabilities that we are putting in our security forces are now better than the capabilities of the criminals, including our cyber capabilities. So I'm issuing fair warning. When crime go down, even the criminal win, because his life is likely to be spared. As of today, we have seized 459 guns. 459. Compared to last year when we seized 377. The government has made significant investment in improving the capabilities of our security forces and Jamaica Customs to find illegal guns coming into the country.
So people, you heard the Prime Minister giving a warning before. You hear the Prime Minister giving a warning again to these criminal elements. Find something constructive to do. Do some good. Or the evil that you do is going to follow you. It is going to haunt you to your grave. They are stepping up their game. It is not like back in the days a couple of years ago or so. The intelligence, cybercrime, everything is stepped up. He's sending out the message in the bottle, the notice board. He might make the criminal element them know. Do the right thing or the wrong thing is going to do you. Code name on Agabi dead in. And it is obvious that they are achieving their objective. We see that they are getting the desired result. Everybody upon the street see the changes, and this more than likely is going to lead to Andrew Holness winning his third term, in my opinion. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, they say that if you want to know how sound the structure of a country is, check its education sector, its health sector, and its security. We see that Jamaica, the police is given basket for carry water. We see that in a school, the kids, most of them, generally speaking, are generally bright. However, it seems as if those that are tasked to manage the affairs of the education sector, they are not really bright. They are fully dunce. And what is even worse, when it comes to our hospital, the health sector in general, we see that it is woefully inept. We've heard all the horrific stories of people going in for surgery, basic surgery, mothers going in to have their baby, person that just going for general checkup. It turns out in the worstest way. So I say this to say that I am going to let a lady that suffers from diabetes explains everything in intricate details. What she went through, the things that she experienced in the hospital and still experiencing in the hospital. I think it is KPH. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Good morning, viewers. I don't know what I are seeing this, but one thing I can tell you, KPH I get slack. Your son and the family dead, a KPH do it. I now ask you, tell me, I tell you. I go do dialysis day for yesterday. I may feel some heart pain. I may call them. Them not pay me no mind. Them not even look at me. Them not even ask me one to me. But me I make no know. Hospital I'm there from all long. I take down worse than all me did there before. But me nah give up. And one thing I can say, Father God, I keep me going. But one thing, KPH is some new doctors and nurse. Because one of the family member dead, them not telling me the truth. And the truth may set them free. But those two doctors work with doctors and nurse I work with nurse. Them not give me all of the information. One of them forget. Them always say last. But me are the one of the testimony then. When me can make one know. Cause me, I call them. I make them know. Say me not pay. I know them not look for me. I know from yesterday. Better believe it. Seriously. KPH now run good. And I head clean on me day. Head clean. None of them now run good. Father God, I go strike them. Because I feel them days. I come every day. Numbers. So them for try remember. So them I feel them time I come. That's my few word to the people them while live and I leave them family in a them care. I don't know one I do. Yeah? I don't know what I go on.
So people, you heard what that lady had to say. And we've seen the obvious absence of ambulance on the street. We see so whenever persons get caught up in any sorts of accidents, people fling them in a taxi back, people fling them in a jeep back. Sometimes them paralyzed because persons were not handled properly. We see so even at the hospital, like I told you before, a lot of persons lost their life because of negligence. We see that emergency is not really emergency because you can go to the emergency room and be there for days. No hospital bed, no proper chair, no nothing, none at all. What is even worse, it is obvious that these doctors or nurses have zero patience with patients. Them really have no sorts of heart, no sorts of conscience, no sorts of sympathy. It seems as if they are given basket to carry water and they have given up. They just don't care. It is anything goes. If you live, you live. If you DED, just so be it. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if the gunmen, the bad men, the Don, they are reading the message in the bottle. They are getting the memo. They are reading the notice board. That the Popo is not playing. The Popo, when it goes on operation, it is planning to go home. And for them to go home, they have no problem with sending you home, meaning the gunman, meaning to meet the maker, not the judge. A couple of days ago, 2 individuals lost their life in a place known as Garden Pen, Taylor Lane to be specific. When that incident took place, the police put out a suspect, rather a person of interest list. Some of these individuals on that person of interest include 3 persons. One of them name is Jalen, one of them name is Asian, one of them is Shane. Well, people, it seems as if all of those 3 individuals realize what is going on, and one of them turning themselves, the next one was picked up, and the next one called the police and say that he is coming in the presence of his pastor or his lawyer. I want you to take a look at exactly what the SSP, Mr. Hopton Nicholson, has to say about the situation, and then I'll give my piece.
He turned himself in. The one who goes by the name Haitian, he was picked up by the police, and I was told as another one by the name of Shane. He should be turning himself in any moment now, based on some communication that was made. I need to confirm that one though, the last one. Well, the division is not bad. We're at about a 35% reduction in murders compared to last year at this time, and the general Spanish Town area is not bad. We are working with general citizenry to ensure that not just crime, but the fear of crime continue to reduce, and so that people can go about their lawful businesses and live peacefully. But so far, I think the general citizenry is very appreciative. They are very appreciative of the efforts of the police, and we will continue to work together. Well, the general appeal of the JCF, and I think the professionalization, because persons understand, for the most part, that we are here to interview them. Our aim is to try and solve crime, and we want to bring closure in a timely manner. So I think the general public is working with the police, understanding that we have a job to do, and that we will protect their rights as much as possible to ensure that we bring closure to any matter that is being investigated at this time. But I think it's an increase in the trust that the public has for the police at this time.
Now, people, we see the police put out the list. 3 individuals, 3 of them, one of them turning himself, the next one got picked up, told them where he was, and then the next one is making arrangement. So we see the police is batting 3 out of 3, 100%, when they put out persons of interest, do the right thing or the wrong thing is going to do you. Because we see that they are also shooting 100%. Whenever there's any sorts of cliche confrontation, shootout, it usually ends up with the gunman ending up in a shit's creek without a paddle. The police always have the handle, sorry. So we see the police put out a person of interest and everybody responded positively. Because like them say, do the right thing. Turn in yourself. Come into us. Don't let us have to go for you with one of those warrant of you know what. Because you're going to end up seeing your maker. You're never, ever, ever going to see the judge anymore. That policy has changed. Protocol has changed fatally for all involved, meaning persons of interest are suspect. So therefore, do the right thing before the police do the wrong thing to you. Send you to the afterlife. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that another nurse, patient care assistant, bite the dust. I am speaking about an incident that took place in Manchester where it is confirmed that 42-year-old Navinor Knight lost her life at her partner's house in Manchester, like I said. Based on the information, it is said that she was found on the floor face down with all sorts of red run out her mouth. Based on what the police said, she went to go visit her new boyfriend. She is married or was married to a police, but they separated. She was rushed to the hospital to be officially declared deceased. Now people are saying, well, even though she had BLOOD in her mouth, maybe she fell and hit her head and that is what caused that. But based on what the preliminary information is that there is no sign of foul play. Now people, truth and fact, because of health reason, people drop down every day. But you should not declare that there is no sign of foul play. That is too early to determine that. Especially when we know that people can get poisoned. Especially when we know that people in a relationship and the relationship goes sour and then partner end up missing or end up dead. I am not saying that what they say is not true preliminary information. However, I would await an autopsy, official autopsy, independent autopsy to determine whether this was foul play or she just lost her life. And this is because we've seen so many cases of persons that are of persons with power, police, politician, lose them life and then declare that there was no foul play. Only after an autopsy we hear the polar opposite. So people may just have said, be very mindful. Do not leave any stones unturned. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.